In a small seaside village in America, there lived a young man named Ethan Brooks, 22 years old, who was learning the craft of shipbuilding from a seasoned master, Mr. Harris. Since childhood, Ethan had dreamed of becoming the finest shipbuilder in the region, the kind who could build vessels strong enough to withstand any storm. The confident beginning, Ethan was quick, smart, and eager to learn. Within a few months, he had mastered how to measure timber, bend planks, and assemble a ship's frame. Everyone admired him, saying, "He'll be the one to take over Mr. Harris's workshop someday." The praise filled Ethan with pride. So one day, when Mr. Harris was away on business, Ethan decided to build his first boat all by himself. He wanted to prove that he was no longer an apprentice, but a true craftsman. The first failure. After weeks of hard work, the small boat was complete. Ethan proudly named it Brave Wind. He launched it with excitement, inviting his friends to join him on its maiden voyage. But not long after leaving the shore, a sudden gust of wind rose from the sea. The boat began to sway violently. Planks cracked, nails loosened. Water started pouring in. Ethan panicked. He and his friends were rescued by a nearby fishing boat, but Brave Wind sank beneath the waves, taking Ethan's pride with it. When Mr. Harris returned, he found Ethan standing silently on the beach, watching the broken pieces of his boat wash ashore. Ethan said in a trembling voice, "I did everything right, and it still broke apart. Maybe I'm just not good enough." Mr. Harris placed a firm hand on his shoulder and said gently, "No, Ethan, you didn't fail, you've just been trained. Lessons from failure." That evening, Mr. Harris brought Ethan back to the workshop. He pointed to the warped planks and the nails that had come loose. "See this? The wood wasn't dry enough. The nails were set too shallow. The curve you built didn't match the direction of the sea wind." Ethan listened quietly. Each mistake felt like a sting, but also a revelation. Mr. Harris smiled kindly and said, "You learned more today from one failure than you would in a month of success. Failure doesn't make you weaker, Ethan. It trains you to be stronger and smarter." From that day on, Ethan no longer feared mistakes. Every time a plank cracked, he noted the reason. Every time a joint came loose, he studied why. Rising from the wreckage, for the next 2 years, Ethan worked harder than anyone in the shop. He studied every detail: how to choose timber by season, how to shape planks against the wind, and how to test each board's strength. Mr. Harris often watched quietly, smiling to himself. "My student has truly grown," he thought. Then one morning, Ethan declared, "Sir, I want to rebuild Brave Wind, but this time she'll truly be brave." He started again, but this time with patience and humility. He measured each line carefully, tested every joint, and challenged his design against strong winds. Every small mistake became another lesson. The second voyage, when the new ship was finally ready, the whole village came to see it. Brave Wind too touched the water under a bright morning sun. Ethan took the helm himself and steered her toward the open sea. This time, the wind blew harder than before, but the ship held firm, cutting through the waves with power and grace. Ethan smiled, feeling the salty air and the rhythm of victory in the roaring wind. When he returned to shore, Mr. Harris was waiting. He said nothing at first, just patted Ethan's shoulder and whispered, "Now you understand, don't you?" Ethan nodded, eyes shining with pride. "Yes, sir, failure didn't make me weaker. It taught me how to stand tall, think deeper, and conquer myself." Ethan's legacy. Years later, Ethan became the finest shipbuilder in the region. Whenever he trained a new apprentice, he would tell the story of Brave Wind, then say, "Failure isn't your enemy. It's the toughest teacher you'll ever have. One that makes you stronger, wiser, and humbler." Final message. Life is like the sea. No one sails without facing storms. But if you dare to face them and learn from every failure, each wave will make you a stronger sailor and a wiser soul. Because failure doesn't destroy you. It trains you to become stronger, smarter, and closer to true success.